Howdy sports fans, here we are out at the property. This is going to be a video on Friday because I'm only out here quickly to feed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the headband on and take you through what I do feeding the animals. I don't know how good a view you get. We'll check this out. You know, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, so I'm going to put the headband on and we'll go from there. Hopefully you guys have a good view. Let's check it in the mirror. Yeah, it's looking good. You guys are looking ahead with me. Don't know if you're... what's going on. So anyway, you gotta come up. Got our tractor here. Look at our keys. Open the lock. Get the tractor keys. And let's move our stuff here. Start the tractor and warm it up. Open up the seat can where we keep the food. And put some carrots out for them too. Grab a bag of corn. And we gotta go get the stand that we hold everything up with. Off to the field we go. Always a low spot here, so it's going to be filled with water and ice. This is probably a good thing for the tractor, so I don't gotta walk through it. You can see the water up ahead there. Oh yeah, look at the still frozen out in here, but you can see the water and the mud there coming through parts, and they're starting to melt out in here too. I'm hoping that we're going to see some deer come out. I saw a couple along the road coming in, so gonna wind down our barrel. With the ice the way it is, it's not sitting properly. Usually it leans a little bit towards the tractor, makes it easier with the funnel. Take our lids off. To, well, maybe I get that. Sometimes when they're that far out, they're hard to get. There's a trick to it. Oh, I got it. Sometimes I can do it. Sometimes I just gotta, it gets too tight and you gotta cut it. Now, first thing I do is I always take some and I spread it on the ground. And that way more deer can get out and eat, and they're not all crowding around the feeder. I just sprinkle some on the ground all over. Just so there's corn everywhere. Fill up our feeder. My funnel is an old water bottle from a water thing. My scoop is from a apple cider jug that I cut out. But they work well for what they're needed for. Sometimes the deer will hear and they'll come out. Oh, I don't see anything moving. I guess they're not interested today. It's too bad. Oh well. And you can see the cabin from here. You can see most of the snow's off the roof. There's only a little bit left over the deck area. I got to take down that camouflage burlap too. We don't need it for the summer. I'll put it up, I'll take it down, then I'll put it up again about a month or so before hunting season. So sometimes it gets a little bit difficult to scoop the end of the bag. So what I do is I grab the front, dump it upside down, get it all towards the end, stick the end in there. I'm hoping you can see this. Unfortunately, they don't recycle those bags, and I got a whole crap load of them now. Don't know if you can see. You know, it's only about a third to half full. I could put more in here, but then they just eat more. Because as it sits, they'll empty this in about a day. They'll eat as much as you give them. They'll get big and fat. Of course, you've seen the squirrels out here in some of the pictures. They're pretty big squirrels. I'll crank her back up, just so that one thing gets to the top. Lock it in. Now, comes the other part. Get that out from there. Set this up here, get out the knife. And we're gonna put some carrots out for our deer as a treat. I've been alternating between carrots and apples. So if you just throw them out like this, they'll nibble at them and whatnot. But what I do is I just take and cut them up into chunks. Some fall on the ground here, and that's not a bad thing. Some I take and I scoop, and I'll toss them out into different areas. Just so, you know, they can go around and they can get a little treat. And they'll eat up the carrots pretty quick too, and the apples. I've come out here and put apples and carrots out, and they'll be gone by noon. After I come out to take the cabin or the pictures off the cameras, after lunch, before I leave, apples, carrots, whatever I put out, they're gone. So they do seem to like them. Like I say, it's a little bit of a break from the corn. Something else for them to have. The apples I cut in half. Well, I'm buying them from the store right now, so I cut them in half. The ones I was doing in the fall, I was getting from my neighbor's tree. They're all grounders. So I just kind of left them the way they were. Because some of them had a little bit of rot in them or whatever, which makes it sweeter for the deer. They seem to like that. We'll put out half of this bag of carrots. Give it half. Yeah, we'll save the other half for tomorrow. Don't want to give them too much. Just enough to keep them happy. As you can see, there's a whole bunch down on the ground here, but that's all right. They'll get them too. What I'll do sometimes is if there's a bunch, I'll kick them. Just spread them out a bit. It's a work knife, so it doesn't have to be perfectly clean. I don't think the deer really care. And a bunch over there. All right, cool. Yes, bunch here. Just kind of move them out a bit. And then that's feeding the deer. You can see the water that's coming. You can see there where it's coming down from up the hill, where it's already run through, and it runs down through there. A little bit of a low spot. We get the rain tonight and tomorrow that we're promised. It's going to be very, very wet out here. This is in four-wheel drive. Woohoo! Got to put our stand back before we put the tractor in, otherwise there's no room. And we'll just put this stuff back in the, save those carrots for tomorrow. As you can see, here's my stack of empty bags. Can't do anything with them. Nobody wants them. And a little bit of garbage that we had. Now I drive this in the winter time. So the snow blower is always sticking out for when it snows. And the snow blower won't fit in the back, it's too wide. It's got enough room to put the bucket in between that wood there. In the summertime, I back it in because all I have on the back is just the counterweight box with the gravel in it, so it fits in there no problem, and then I can just drive out and it's a lot easier. But in the wintertime, snow blower's out, so if it snows and I gotta come out, I come out blowing snow, start clearing stuff. So put our keys back and we will lock this back up because we don't need this anymore today. Like I say, I'm just out here to feed. So now that we're done feeding the deer, putting the corn out, now we go and fill our bird feeders up and fill the rest of the animals. So I got a little bit extra corn here that I'll keep. I use my scoop and I put this out for the squirrels and the chipmunks and the turkeys. And some of the birds come and eat it too. So I spread this around while here on the deck underneath where the feeders are. Oh, there's a deer out in the field. So this one I found on the ground this morning. It came down, but it sits up on that nail up here. See, there's the deer. I'm trying to get him used to the sound of my voice. as you can see, the snow's come down here, but I just sprinkled some corn out, and the rest of the animals can get it. And I take this feeder, and this one here, this is Niger seed. They're going through this. Every 2 days I gotta fill that up. Which, you know, usually filling it up before, well, lasted a month. Now they're going through it like crazy. I don't know because of the type of birds or just the weather or what's going on. I don't know. So we'll fill up, go through one of these. In 2 days again, that'll be down to the little eating holes. It's a cool little feeder. I got this years ago. Fantastic little one. Works well. So now we get into the bird seed. Take the top off of that one. I use our extra Tim Hortons cups and scoops. How to tell you're a Canadian bird feeder. Now there used to be a ring on this thing, but it started to snap off, so I put this locking wire on it. Apparently the locking wire is not good enough. There's the ring. I might have to put that back on because that locking wire is not going to stay. Where's my hole? There it is. So I'll have to figure out something. Anyway, that's a project for Saturday. I can squeeze that back in. Hopefully that'll be all right. And we grab our Niger seed feeder. And we'll head back out. That's all the ashes from the wood stove they used, so putting on the ice so I wouldn't slip. It's a good use for them. Oh, there's more deer out. They're coming out. Hang up the feeders. Here we go. Oh, our birdie's already coming out. Anyways, so now we'll go check the other feeder. Go back and get a scoop of corn to put around it. Oh, and all my Halloween decorations in the back corner. So that's where I store them. Keeps them nice and safe. Be careful, it's starting to get icy and slippery out here. And I'm only running around in running shoes. So, something's been digging up the ground. Don't know what it is. You can see from all the seeds, right? So, we still got suet in our suet feeder. We'll sprinkle the corn on the ground. Sprinkle it all around. You can see all the suet and stuff that birds will land there and clean that off. I'll go take this and we'll fill this up. I just like to keep them full. That'd last for a little while yet, but we're here. See, this is what I do every day I come out here, first thing I do. I guess you'd call it housekeeping. Feeding my animals, my girls. Just feed this. Fill this up. To the top. There we go. That's the old feeder that I used to have. It worked really well, but the raccoons or the bear got at it and busted it's only plastic, but it worked well. So I'm don't know why I keep it, but just do probably throw it out. There. We'll go and put this back up. Woo! A little bit slippery. So you can see where I blew out the paths and up here, and they're down to bare grass. Everything else is coming along pretty good. So I got a little notch in between those two that I like to put it in. There we go. You can see they're already ready to come in. Let's step back a bit and see if they're going to come in on you. Yeah. Oh. See? Snow's going down. Are they going to come in? There we go. They come in, grab their seeds, fly off. It's usually a steady friggin', once they get going, there's always one or two on there, and when one leaves, another one comes up. Oh, blue jays are out. You know, you can see them in the top of the tree there. So, oh, there's some deer out in the field. How many we got? Let's take a look. One, two, three, four, five, six. There we go. See? Yeah. So, here we are. That's it, sports fans. So that's feeding out here. This is what I do every morning when I come out. As you can see, well, it's a 27-minute video so far, so it takes me a half an hour to do this when I come out every day. Yeah, in the summertime, probably not as long because I don't have to worry about the snow and I can go a little faster. But anyways, that's our video for today, sports fans. It's a beautiful day out here. It's a little bit cloudy right now, but it's supposed to get sunny and go up to 11 degrees. And so spring is definitely here. You can hear all the birds out tweeting. Just before I started this, there was a whole group of honkers that went over. So it's definitely springtime. So here we are. And that's my morning routine. See you here.